Hi guys, so this is the Kaabo Mantis Mini, or known as the Mantis 8, because it's obviously got 8-inch wheels rather than 10-inch on the standard Mantis models. I've just received this today, so I've literally got a mile or two on the clock. Very happy with it so far, although I've obviously rode it very little. Now obviously for the last 2 months I've been riding the Kaabo Mantis Lite Plus, which is a single motor, 800 watts on the rear only. This is a dual motor, 800 watts per wheel. So basically I'm comparing it directly to that. So as I said, it's a dual 800 watt setup with 48 volt battery, and I think it's 18.2 amp hours. It's a Chinese battery cells. You can get this model in other variants soon. It's on the main kaabo.com website. Not available in the UK yet, but I have seen there's a Mini Motors version, bigger battery, Mini Motors controller, and fully hydraulic brakes. Talking of brakes, so this has dual disc brakes, just like the Lite Plus I was talking about. And obviously it's got regenerative braking. But what I have noticed is we do have hydraulic calipers on this, which I didn't have on the Lite Plus. Which is just where it says X-Tech just there. That's a hydraulic piston inside the caliper. Obviously front and back suspension. This is definitely a lot harder and firmer than the Lite Plus, the full size model, which for some people that's going to be a negative. For me is an absolute benefit, because I am on the higher end of the scale, maximum weight for riding this scooter. And the other one used to bottom out on me a lot, the back end. But this model so far, I've come down the same couple of potholes that I normally go over, and yeah, solid, no bangs, nothing. But it is a lot firmer. It is a bit more of a bumpy ride, but I think I prefer that than suspension bottoming out with big bangs now and then. So this model has obviously is the Mini. Apparently the deck is just 2 inches shorter than the standard model, so not much difference at all. You do notice it, but it's totally rideable. Obviously, like I said, you got 8-inch wheels on this, which I think are a little bit wider than the standard models, Lite Plus and so on. What I am happy with, which I didn't know, I tried checking the tyre pressure not long ago, just to check the before I obviously went for a ride, and these are tubeless tyres. You don't get that in the standard models. You will have an inner tube with those, so that's great. Tubeless tyres, probably less chance of getting a puncture altogether. As you can see, the battery's not fully charged, about 50 volts when it's in standby, obviously no drive. I've had it on charge for 2-3 hours since I got it. I wanted to come out quickly while it's light to make a quick video of it, but I'll be going straight back now. It's about a mile or two to me home, putting it on charge and then going out later, probably in the dark. One thing I do want to talk about is indicators. We have indicators on this model. Obviously you've got a button for your dual or single motor drive. Lights as normal. I'll just run through that with you. So if I put the lights on, just like the Lite Plus model, you got LEDs on the side, obviously both sides, red lights on the back, white lights on the front. Not really good for showing where you're going, but good for people to see you, and they can see you coming. What I have noticed is the brake lights, whether it's the front or the back, they will make the front and the back lights flash, the white and the reds, which is different to the other model where it would just be the reds. In terms of the actual indicators, now, I know some people will probably think this is the flaw, but I think it's a good idea. If I press right, as you can see, it'll indicate right, and it'll also indicate with the front white lights. However, you need to turn it off by pressing the right indicator again, because what will happen is if you press both of them together, you basically have hazard warning lights. And I think it's a good feature they've done it like this, although it's a bit more manual to turn the indicators off. You got other options. I mean, what you could also do for pressing both at the same time to turn them off, if I press right then left, you're gonna have, no, I missed it, I've done it earlier. I'm trying to get them to alternate. There you go. So you can see I've got alternating lights now, front and back. First impressions of this scooter, really happy with it, guys. Like I said, it's dual 800 watt. I'm used to the Lite Plus, which is single 800 watt on the rear. What I will tell you from my first mile or two is If you put this in single motor only, it does not have the same amount of power as the Light Plus. I don't know if that's down to the controller, or obviously they're different motors, although they're both 800 watts. This has probably got about 80-90% of the power in single drive as the Light Plus model. But when you put this in duo motor, both motors, yeah, this is literally like probably 150-160% power of the Light Plus. Definitely gets up to speed faster. On paper, it's the same speed, around 30 miles an hour, but with my weight, I can see a clear difference in this. As you can see, they've also reconfigured the front end. They've made that fork slightly thicker, I believe. Apparently this clamp, I can't really notice much difference, but I've seen that apparently they've made this a lot thicker. It folds down nicely. There's a lot of resistance when you fold it as well, which I guess straightens and strengthens it all up at the same time. It's not all loose. When you undo this clamp, it takes some force to actually fold it down and obviously set it back up. So you've got your built-in bell just here. I've obviously got a lot of accessories on mine. I've just took it off my Light Plus and stuck it straight on here. All links to this bar extension, lights, phone holder, all in the description below. Obviously I've got some other handlebars on there as well for my son wants to get on board. But yeah, really happy with it, guys. There's only one quibble I've got, which I'm going to go back and see if I can get support on. It's probably just a setting. I got into the settings when I got it a couple of hours ago. You need a password or a code, which is 9221, and I wanted to change it to miles per hour. It was already on 0 start, which I want. Obviously it might be a bit dangerous, you might want to put that on kickstart only, but it was already on 0 start and I'm keeping it that way. I changed it to miles per hour and I turned cruise control on. That was it. I checked the other settings as per the instructions and they were all like they should be. However, the speedo is not accurate. If I can, my GPS, if I'm doing 30 miles an hour on this is saying I'm doing 15 or 16 miles per hour. And obviously GPS is a lot more accurate. I can clearly see it's not accurate. If I'm going at, say, running speed, this tells me I'm doing 2 or 3 miles per hour. So I'm going to drop an email to Kaabo UK and just see if they know a fix for that. It might just be, the diameter is set to 8 and the other setting is set on 30, I think, which is what the book says. But I need to see if there's any adjustment I can get that working correctly. But that's it for this video, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button if you want notifications. A lot more content coming very shortly on this scooter. See you later.